Danny boy!
Mark, how are we, alright?
Hey?
Wait, are you having a coffee?
Yeah. How are we doing?
Yeah, we've just had quite an interesting experiment on the course.
Hi Dan.
Oh, it's a bit fresh out here, isn't it?
We're back where it all began. The strokes gain conversation.
The strokes gain conversation out on the golf course.
It's my turn with you today. We're going to hit driver.
Yeah.
How many balls do you want it? 3, 4, 5 with each?
3
club?
balls with each.
3 balls with each, and you've got that thing, whatever that is.
So I've got my 2-iron, 3-iron thing.
2-iron, 3-iron. So
18
how far
degrees.
is this going to go?
It goes about 210 on the carry.
210, and what's your driver?
Oh.
260, 270?
255,
How far's the hole?
265.
433 yards. So your 2-iron's going to leave you how long in? 200?
So by the time I run out, and this is the thing, it's where that bunker is. So there's a bunker down there. So everything on this hole kind of funnels in.
Yeah.
That bunker is down there at, so about 240.
240. So iron's going to come up short of it. Driver's going to go past it.
Driver should go past that. Yeah.
Let's hit your iron first.
Right, we've just paused the video there because as you edit this one, Dan didn't want to answer that question, did he?
No, didn't answer that one. Just told me about the bunker.
Which obviously it felt almost like he's trying to justify
why he's hitting his iron.
before he's letting the experiment run out.
Yeah.
Because I now don't know how far he's going to hit his iron. He just wouldn't answer.
No.
Which I definitely feel is like a self-preservation at the beginning. Like he doesn't want this to work.
Because he knows we're right, doesn't he?
Play it on.
Right, Dan, let's chat. So you've got 3-iron just over on the fairway there.
Yeah.
3-iron just on the fairway here.
Yeah.
2 very similar shots. And a 3-iron back there by those trees.
The snippy one.
About 20-30 yards back. Drivers. 1 massive ball down the fairway there, just above the 150 marker. I don't know if that's going to get that. Another one just left over here, not a lot of tree trouble, and 1 just slightly right, probably got some tree trouble.
Yeah.
If you were to pick out of these sets, what would you choose now?
Well, I can't. So I'm literally from back there. I was probably not getting to the green.
Yep.
So I'd have put myself to about 100 yards away.
Yeah.
Probably lay up into that position.
Yeah.
These 2 here, I'm expecting to. Really, what I'm looking for is to just hit the green.
Yeah.
And walk off with a 4.
How far away are you?
So we're 185, 186.
And what is your drivers down there? Probably
you've
100.
got about 105, 10 yards there max.
Yeah, from the middle, and 100
and 120.
From
let's
the
say
rough.
From the rough on the left hand side, depending on whether that's blocked out or not. I can't see what that is, but it's probably enough in a position where I can get up enough over those trees.
Didn't answer that question.
He didn't, because you could see from where all the shots had finished, it was clear which ones you should take.
Which one do you want, Dan?
But
the driver, please.
It's hard for him at this stage, and Dan's changed. So as you watch, we've hammered enough to get through, but the reluctancy to see the clearness, because it's gone against everything he's believed for so long. It's like a really good example of how students sometimes hit walls, I think.
And have light bulb moments as well.
Yeah, which he's starting to have. But it's so interesting that he won't answer. And you have this with lessons. I've had it with lessons where I have to just be so down the line, like, which side do you miss this club on? Mm-hmm. Well, if you left it, if you right, hit a few shots, everything goes right. Which side do you miss your shots on. Well, I can miss both ways. You've just missed 10 to the right.
Yeah.
Like if you can't self-diagnose, then it's going to be so hard.
Yeah, it's a lot harder, isn't it?
Let's see if he answers any more questions.
So if you think about if we just pick the 2 fairway balls, one fairway ball for your iron and your fairway ball down there with your driver,
Yeah.
you are gaining on distance down there.
Yeah.
From that,
Yeah.
you're gaining approach to the green and proximity, because you're probably going to hit a 120-yard shot closer than this 180-yard
You would
shot.
like to think so, yeah.
So that's like double everything. Like you're gaining on everything there compared to these 2 shots here on the fairway at 180 away.
Yeah.
If you go rough ball now as well with driver,
Yeah.
your 120-yard rough ball compared to 180-yard fairway ball,
Yeah.
let's just say that they're similar in what you're going to score. Why would you not go for the 9-iron or 120-yard rough ball when you've got the potential to hit that fairway ball as well?
Yeah. I mean,
Is that how you're seeing strokes gained or not? Or are you seeing rough potential to hit that one right behind the trees and
I
not
think
have a lot in?
the problem I'm looking at is I'm not looking at the strokes gains. To me, is looking at completely the positives, like complete positive all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I struggle to get my brain to think positively. So I'm in, like, as soon as I stand up at that hole, I'm thinking of how narrow it gets and then the negatives either side. I'm not thinking about that one shot that goes down the middle.
Yeah.
I think that's the difficulty that I'm trying to get my head around.
Okay.
Whereas here,
Yeah.
this is the fattest part of the golf, this hole.
Yeah.
So it's the widest part. I don't ever hit 3 irons like I hit that one there, but just did.
Yeah.
But like out of those 3 shots, I'm expecting to get 3 of them where I've got access to the green.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas
But
out of
you're
these,
also adding shots on by being this far back. And this is where I think people are also getting confused, because we're not saying that putting's isn't important. It is important.
Yeah.
The more you gain on your putts, but the gain's a lot smaller. Like here, you've got a massive gain.
For me, the way I've kind of played this hole, should we say,
Yeah.
is that what I've done is that I'm thinking more about this bunker.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get myself into a position where I'm not going to get to the trap. I've either got to go past it or come up short of it.
Yeah.
And the other issue that I've got is that I would probably, the other club that I've got after this is a 3-wood.
Yeah.
So for me to have to hit a 3-wood down here, I'm still going to end up in that distance-wise. That's going to be right on my limit, where 3-wood is really going to run into that.
I would say that you're good enough to take a bit off a 3-wood though.
I don't disagree with that. I would have to probably just cut it a little bit off the tee just to get it into position. And
so
yeah,
again,
I mean,
and then again there you're still gaining, even if you are slightly in the rough or not. Because remember, all of these are averages. If you hit one in those trees over there, the average from 100 yards down there is say 2.85, 2.8.
Yeah.
Back here is 3.8.
Yeah.
So you've gained a shot if you've hit it down there already. Like, that's real basic.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Even if I probably end up in this bunker, I can still get to the green from that trap anyway.
Yeah. So let's hit one of these shots, and let's go for the rough ball from 120, not the fairway ball, because people will say, that's easier. Let's go rough in this, because probably.
Why don't we do both? So why don't I play that one and that one? So there's 2 fairway balls, and then I'll take I'll discount the 2 worst ones, which is that one right and that one left.
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay.
So 6-iron.
I've got 6 iron now.
Okay, we're going to play all 4 balls, the best 2 from each club. 6-iron, 180. Ball above feet. Good shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good, I would say.
Nice
That's
on the
I'm
green.
trying to do, balls above my feet. I'm just trying to draw, like let the natural draw happen there.
Cool.
That's
Good
middle of
shot
the
on the
greenish.
green, front left. Nicely played. Second 6 iron from the fairway. Bit of tree trouble here.
So yeah, this is now I've got to get it up in the air a little bit to make sure I get it over these trees because of the slope. Try and hold it up if I can.
Another good strike.
Good hit, it's just to the left right now.
So you would say,
good.
strike-wise, two good 6 irons.
Both struck really well, both shaped, over-shaped.
Yeah.
One's ended up on the left-hand side of the green, which is fine. The other's landed on the left-hand side of the green and then just bounced off the left, so it's chipping. Definitely missed green from that one.
What's really interesting with those two 6 irons, I think if you hit them on a range, you wouldn't even look. Like one went, what, 6 yards, 4 yards further left than the other one.
Left, yeah, and it's kicked off and missed the green, yeah.
But in a practice session,
looks good,
you
doesn't
just, yep, I'm hitting it right today.
Yeah, going pretty happy after those two.
Definitely, yeah.
So this one here was overturned with driver, missed left.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? How far you got?
I've got 137.
137, and you've got tree trouble here too. Or because of the loft and the distance, have you got tree trouble?
No, I don't think I do. I mean, I can't go directly at the flag.
Okay.
Because this tree is like right on the edge here, but I'm the green kind of tilts this way.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I'd be aiming slightly up the right hand side anyway, and anything just missing right is going to kick in.
So would you rather have this shot or 6 iron back there?
This one.
Okay.
This is I would expect to now be getting closer with this shot than I was the 6 iron back there, even though that was right in the middle of the fairway.
And even though this is in the rough.
Yeah, because it's not. That's not a great deal of problem.
Okay. Wedge out the rough.
So wedge, yeah.
Funky lie to, all below his feet on a bit of a hill. Good, bad.
That's as good as I can do from there. I would say it's about pin high.
Okay.
Up the right, didn't move a lot, did it?
This is a long way down, Dan.
Yeah, I'm right in between blooming clubs here.
What are you going to
So I need my 50.
Okay.
I've got my 46. So 117 I've got.
117 compared to 180.
Yeah, this is kind of green light for me now, isn't it? Green means go.
So basically, you've gained through distance and accuracy on this one.
Yeah.
You've gained because the probability of making a 4 from here is loads higher than it is back there.
Yeah.
Even the probability of making a 4 or better in the rough there compared to back there is probably similar, I reckon, if you go averages. But you then hit this one and then you start gaining loads. Because once you've hit this one, you're probably going to hit this one quite close, and your 2 wedges are going to be closer than your 2 good 6 irons.
I mean, now I'm down here and I've seen where the other balls have kind of ended up,
Yeah,
even though we've pulled them out.
yeah.
I feel even now now that I've seen, like, I've hit one decent shot that's hit the green with the 6 iron, the other one that's missed the green.
Yeah,
I've got just as much chance in making a bogey from there
yeah,
than I have from being stuck
there.
behind that tree.
yeah. Because you can
But
chip out, you
because
put
I can
it
chip
on the
out,
green.
put it on, because I'm only
2
knocking
putt.
it to 100 yards away, aren't I?
Because again, if you chip out to here,
Yeah.
you're still likely to hit the green at your standard.
Right, 117.
Good, a little up the right, not your best, going to kick in probably. Still half decent.
It's a poor shot, but it's still, I would say it's about pin high, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's good. 3 balls on the green. Closest one just here, 6 iron, 2 wedges, pin high, little right, and another 6 iron just missing the green here.
Right, so I've put Dan's numbers through Mark Brody's app, Golfmetrics app, which does strokes gained.
It's very good, isn't it?
It's great.
First time I've seen it. It's very good.
So shot 1 and hole 1 and 2 here is where he played with his iron.
Yeah.
So over those 2 holes, I mean, you could read this in a number of different ways, and it's nowhere near enough data to make like a conclusive. It's just trying to illustrate a point.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing he's gaining 0.2 on those 2 holes over a scratch handicapper.
Yes.
I won't click the Tour Pro button because you can actually compare these numbers to Tour Pro, but it's depressing. Let's stay with the scratch.
They are very good.
So he'll lose more basically if we compare it to the Tour Pro. Where he's gaining over a shot with both drivers. Obviously it's a snapshot, it's only 4 holes. The thing that stands out for me on all that data is how hard he has to work with his second shot and putt to stay anywhere near he does with his driver and his wedge, because he's gaining 0.11 hitting his iron.
Yeah.
Then it's a really good 6 iron, gains 0.21. And then it's a really good 45-foot putt to gain 0.18.
Yeah.
So like he's working really hard on his second 2 disciplines to gain on the one that goes in the rough there, hole number 3, a good drive to slightly overturn. So again, if he hit that on a range, you might think, oh, I've hit that a bit left.
Yeah.
Where he gains 0.23.
0.23 for a crap drive.
So more than double what he gained off the tee.
Yeah.
And then gains 0.35 from the 137 yard little 9 or wedge or whatever it was he hits, compared to a really good 6 iron where he's only able to gain
0.21.
And then obviously he loses 0.8 on his putt, because some people are going to be holding a 20-foot putt, but obviously if he just keeps putting himself 20 foot away,
he'll get that one eventually, won't he?
at some point in 72 holes he might,
yeah.
won't he? I mean, and as he kind of starts to realise, you can see him realising in the video, he is a good putter. And then look at the gain on the last tee shot where he actually goes and dumps it in the fairway.
0.42 gain.
So he's basically
nearly half a shot.
Yeah, so he's gaining 0.51 on making a par on this 433 yard par 4. On the last hole, he's gaining almost all in that one shot.
Yeah.
So again, if you think about it in my analogy of money,
Yeah.
he is like whacking his bank. He's putting £1 million in his bank with that tee shot in the fairway, and then just going out and spending on iPads and new cars. You can have your
bang,
have this, have that.
Yeah.
I'll still be as good as you.
And that's where, like, we've talked about like Jordan Spieth versus Rory. Like Spieth can't keep holding putts all the time, and that's why I reckon you've seen dips. Obviously, his long game as well, but Rory's just got 320. He's never gonna lose that unless he breaks an arm.
Well, he's just banking literally millions in every, from sponsorships to drives, and then he's just going out and buying Ferraris every time he hits a putt. But if you have millions, you can buy the Ferraris. It doesn't matter as much. It matters to him, so he will go and practice his putting because he doesn't want to buy those Ferraris. He wants to save. But he's still got money in the bank. Great example of this weekend, and I've not done the maths on this exact, but Luke Donald was doing really well, so lots of people started going, oh, look at the strokes gained now ideas. I think I worked out, and this is quite loose, so post comments down below and correct me if I'm wrong, but I worked out something like Paul Casey could almost give Luke Donald a putt on each round of any distance.
Pick it up, Luke.
45 foot, add that, Luke, and he would have still beat him.
Yeah.
Because of the gains he was making in other departments.
Yeah.
So Luke could be holding 4 more 45 foot putters, and Luke's the best putter in the world and all this, but he still wouldn't have got past Casey with the gains.
Yeah. So obvious there, isn't it? When you've got that in front of you.
There's no discussion,
So
and that's
obvious.
the thing that's so interesting with Dan, and you'll see more videos where we're doing with Dan as well. He's really having light bulb moments. He actually phoned me the other night, played in a pro event at Exeter local course, narrow, narrow parkland course.
Ploddy one,
And he phoned me up in the evening, really excited. Like, I've hit driver everywhere. It was so good. Like, I had a wedge into a par 4 that the other guy was in a 3-ironing because it's a dog leg kind of thing. And I just thought, come on, Dan. Like, I'm not saying this will make you better, but you're never going to know if you never try it. You've got to see what you can actually give without just giving it away. Look at those tee shots, 0.11 and 0.10. There's situations where you need to make those little gains because it's so narrow. Hitting driver, hitting it out of bounds loses you 2 shots. So, you have to make those judgments. But on that hole and other ones, he is laying back into the fat part of this fairway because he's, at that point filming that video and not now, he was stuck in archaic ideas of how many putts per green, how many fairways have I hit, those kind of ideas, which I think really hold him back. And they also hold him back as a coach. He's a better coach for knowing this, which he knows. We've talked about it, I think. Strokes gained. Got to be bomballs, Matt.
I've got that.
Yeah, you fritter money like I've seen no one fritter money, which is so interesting because you're like the complete opposite in life.
Hey, I bought an iPad. Give it a rest.